Yo, all right, I was just sitting here thinking about something me and my mom was talking about the other day about generations and stuff. And in the black family, I think the way to best put it is we got to realize if you're 30 something black male in America, you're probably, in the same situation as a immigrant that comes to this country because the laws on you have just gotten to where you can survive in this country. The public opinion of blacks is just now turning the corner to where, it's almost equal rights, the situation for blacks in America is almost equal rights. I'll say it like that. Just like the situation between men and women is almost equal rights for women. Or even so for gays, it's just like that. It's not a cop-out, it's just like that. Everybody knows it. All my white friends, got a lot of money, that lives off in Orange County or LA or whatever, they all know it. Everybody knows it. It's no secret, that there's something going on in this country between white and black people. No shit. Foreigners come here, they immigrate here, and they see it, they don't say nothing. Why would they say anything? That's some American shit that they ain't got to think about. They're here to get money. And so that's my point. Like, with niggas, you got to realize you're only like second or third generation immigrants in this country. I know, because you got to take into account slavery and segregation and all that shit is your grandparents, dude. Like, my grandma was alive during segregation and all that crazy shit, right? All that racism shit in the 60s and 70s. That was just right there, Not until the 90s did you have a situation where you're just dealing with the fallout. The 90s babies, the 70s babies, and the 80s babies all dealt with the fallout of 400 years of slavery, segregation, and all that other shit, right? And so now in the last 20 or 30 years, you have a situation where the young people my age, 30 and under, I'm 36, but 36 and under, 40 and under, that are taking the mantle right now, you got to realize that is a generation that's only 2 seasons out the gate going against other families and other societies within the American culture that have been here, making big money for all that time. Not just, in general, but making it off of you, off of your great-grandparents. So that's the separation. And so, immigrants or people who aren't a part of that white and black thing in this country, they come to the country and they say, what's wrong with these niggas? Yeah, I guess they is fucked up. They just fucked up people, Well, no shit. There's some fucked up shit in the black community. No shit. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're turning that corner. You're coming out of slavery. And so you just realize you're second generation or third generation. Maybe your great-grandparents laid a better foundation, yes or not. But if you're black in America, you're second or third generation immigrants. You have to think like that anyway, because we just got here. This is our first real shot at, as a society, as black people in this country, at being a part of the whole collective. So, don't be so hard on your brother if he's a little ignorant, if he's not seeing it, That motherfucker, his family may have went through more shit to get to this point, They may have been whipped with a few more stripes than your house nigga family. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. You might come from a house nigga lineage, and so you got a little step up on your brother who may come from a field nigga lineage. This is real shit, so don't get down on your brother because he don't think on your level, because those is your soldiers, those is your your power source, your power base would be the field niggas, if you would. And that generation that's coming up, these guys are big and strong, aggressive, and alpha males. Don't get down on your brothers. And those brothers don't get so fucking uptight on maybe what you could call a house nigga. Because you need it all, man. You need it all in the society, You need everybody, No matter how you think, how you feel, you need everybody in the society. Even outside of that, in the bigger picture, just between whites and blacks, you need everybody. I mean, everybody here in America, you need them. because where the world is going with interplanetary travel and technology melding with the human experience, they keep pushing the VR every so often. The VR is nothing new. That was around when I was a kid, but they brought it back with Samsung VR. And it's all a part of the process of intertwining the human interface with machine, with the technology in the cloud. It's almost spiritual in a way. I mean, hey, the Lord comes in the cloud, riding on the cloud. It's like, people see it, but they don't see it. It's all kinds of shit going on right now. And people don't even see, like, the war with the angels and shit right now. It's just like, it's not what you think. It's happening, but it's not what you think. It doesn't portray itself like you think. See, because it's all in the mind. It's a mental battle. So you're seeing these things play out in different ways than you would suspect. But guess what? They play out. So anyway, just as a black community, as an American community, you got to realize what you come out of if you're an indigenous or, if you're an American like that. If you come out of that America of white and black relationships. And even if you're a foreigner, I mean, I'm not a foreigner, in that sense. I was born here, my grandma, my great-grandparents, and my great-great-grandparents, who I don't even know. I don't have any records in my home of my great-great-grandparents. I've seen a picture of my great-grandmother, and she's Native American. But there's no records of that shit in my family, There's no records of that lineage. There's no heritage there. And I know a lot of black families like that. They don't know who their great-great-grandparents are. In the sense that you don't have that security base that you had a great-great-grandmother or a father that did something, And let's just say, that is an advantage. If your great-great-grandparents built something for you to stand on, or for your grandparents to stand on, and therefore your parents to stand on, and therefore you to stand on, that's a fucking leg up. It's not so much white privilege, it's just you at home, I ain't mad at you, but right now is the time, I think, for black Americans, black young men like myself, 30, 40 and under, 50 and under, who's able-bodied. It's just time to drop the bullshit. So, don't be hating on your brother, don't be hating on your sister, because you ain't got the numbers, nigga. You ain't got no country to call home except for this. You can't go back to Africa. You can, but I mean, it's like nothing there for you. You don't know the language. You don't know the culture. This is it right here. And then there's the debate of whether or not niggas is really from here or not. And these were the people that was fucking so-called murdered. Like myself, hey, well, that's a whole other conversation. But either way, we here now. We've been here. We was born here, And so this is home. You can't run back to a native land. If you're Hispanic in this country and you got family down south of the border, you can go back home and be just dandy if shit hits the fan. But American blacks cannot go anywhere but here. You can go back down south because that's where your great grandparents is from, but you ain't going to no other country. So you got to cut the noise, of I guess they ended segregation back in the day because niggas was segregated themselves. There's no point. But anyway, you got to stop the nonsense. You got to come together, build group economics, buy our own products, buy our own shit. I know it's been beaten to death and nobody gives a damn, but you got to do what you got to do or die. Not to say you can't work with other people. Of course you have other, deals going on, but I'm just saying. Got my root beer. I'm just saying, man. Shit's crazy. How niggas be.